Good morning, my friends, and happy Saturday. We are on the last day of our quilt week. We are going to put together our tulip quilt today, and this one's going to probably be a little tricky. I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have to be a little bit more exact in our spacing and all of that, but I want you to hang with me because I think it's going to really turn out really cool in the end. So come on into the craft room. Let's have some fun. I'm going to read from the Little Book of Sunshine. I was looking through it trying to find something, and here's the thing. Typically when I read these, I don't look through it. I just open to a page that, look, these haven't been read yet. So typically when I read to you guys, I put an X up there, okay? So that I know that I've read that and I don't read it again. And I was looking through trying to find something and nothing was speaking to me. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it. But then I was like, that's not what I usually do. I don't usually pick up the book and find something to read to you guys. I let the book speak to me and tell me what to read. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know which one we're going to read today, but I just opened to this page. Neither of them have X's on them. So maybe we'll just read both today. Good morning, Mary. How are you? I have something fun to show you. Welcome to the mess of a craft room. You can see all of this stuff here. My window's right here. I don't have the best curtains, you guys. This is a mess down here. Always a mess. But this is like all of the stuff that I have to paint and plus so much more. I'm kind of behind. So how have you guys enjoyed this week so far? I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. It's a rainy Saturday morning, Desiree, in Illinois. It's not rainy here. I'm hoping it doesn't rain because we're going to take Parker fishing this afternoon. It's at a catch and release thing at a winery. So hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. It's supposed to be 79, mostly sunny, partly sunny. Mostly sunny, partly sunny. I don't even know what the difference is most of the time, but I think it's going to be a really good day here. So I hope that you get some time to relax this morning. Sometimes when we have rainy weather, it forces us to just sit and relax and take a little breather from the crazy life that we have sometimes. And so I hope that you get to do that some, Desiree. And we need the rain. My flowers have loved the rain. So I hope that you get to take the reprieve from the crazy life and let the rain cleanse your soul today, calm you, relax you so that you can head into, I don't know, maybe it'll be sunny this afternoon, maybe it'll be sunny tomorrow, but I hope you have an amazing day, Desiree. Hello, Mary. How are you? It is so good to see you. So I popped open the book to our little daily book of sunshine, and I'm going to read one of them. Oh, I think we're going to just read both of them. I don't know what I'm going to say with them. I don't even know what they say right now. So, hi, Betty. Good morning. We are going to do the tulip today. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Sherry. You love rainy days, Melissa? I do too. I do love me some sun though. When it rains too much, which is what it did here, a couple of weeks ago. Sherry can attest to that. A couple of weeks ago, it just rained and rained and rained and rained. And oh my goodness, it never stopped raining, it felt like. So I was ready for some sunny days. Hi, Carlin. How are you? Good morning. I'm so glad to see you guys this morning. We're going to put together the last of our quilt blocks. We're going to do something different. And we're going to see, fingers crossed, if I can accomplish it. We're going to see if it turns out the way I want it to turn out. So far, I'm going to show you all of them. Do I have all of them down here? 1, 2, 3. Where's my America one? I don't know where my America one is. I'll show them all to you. It was like a flood. So, alrighty, let's do. Ooh, this one looks really good because it's raining. It keeps the temperature down so you can keep your windows open. I wish we could keep our windows open. My son has allergies. Woo, my nose itches beyond anything that you can imagine. He's been on allergy shots. And so this year we did open the windows a little bit. So yeah, I feel like we go straight from the heat to the air conditioner. I hate it. In every experience, do any of the quilt blocks come with hanger attachments? So Dixie, I'm going to show you something. I made a frame. They don't come with any of those, but you can get from the shop. You can get the door hanger attachments and those would work, or you can get the easel attachments and those would work. Because I never knew how people maybe wanted to display these. You might want to set it on a table. You might want to hang it on the wall. So you can grab those from the shop, but I have a frame to show you too. But the frame is not in the shop yet, okay? I have not had a chance to load it, and it probably won't be till later this week. In every experience, we can choose to look for the sunshine or see the clouds. We might not be able to choose all the events in our life, but we can choose how we experience them. In every moment, we can choose whether to focus our attention on the stuff that upsets us, the drama, the worry, and the things that are going wrong, or we can give more of our thought time to what is okay and what might go well. We're not denying the bad bits, we're simply choosing what to spend our time focusing on. Changing the way we see things makes the things we see change. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Let me read that again. Changing the way we see things makes the things we see change. Shifting the balance of what you are focusing on is one of the fastest ways to change your life. And all you need to do is practice one thought at a time. If you forget, that's fine. Just pick it up again when you remember. Is there something in your life today where looking at it differently could change things? How many of you guys here have gotten my book? This is basically the book in a nutshell. It's helping you reframe your mind, retrain your mind to think of things differently. Every experience has something to teach you. Every heartbreak has something to teach you. Every moment of grief has something to teach you. Every moment of sorrow has something to teach you. Nicole raised her hand. She's got my book. I know some of you guys have. And that is basically, I love that when I opened this today, that was here. You guys, I'm going to work on a book like this, by the way. So it's going to be like a little companion to my current book. I really like this one. It was $7.99 on Amazon. And we've read from a lot of this over the past 2 years. And so it has spoken to me, and I think I can do one similar that falls in line with my book. So I'm going to be working on that. But this really does sum up what the book is about, A Slice of Joy. If you don't have it, you need to go on Amazon and grab it, because I'm telling you, it will be life-changing if you choose to let it be life-changing. They say books can be life-changing all the time, but we don't really implement what they're teaching us, or we don't try to think differently. We don't try to follow a different path. And so it may not be life-changing for you. I can definitely autograph your book, Sherry. I actually had one of my customers mail me their book. I signed it, put a note in it, and sent it back to her this week. Hey, Amy. So yes, Sherry, I can definitely do that. Nicole from Afraid Not said, get the book. It's amazing. It is truly amazing. And it is something that if I'm 48 years old, and the book's been written for like 5 or 6 years. And so for 40 plus years of my life, I had the same line of thinking. I followed the same path of thinking. I felt the same way when I had experiences in my life. And I had to change that in order to change my life. You have to change something in order to make a change. Let me read that again. Changing the way we see things makes the things we see change. And so it's not an overnight fix, you guys. It's not an overnight fix. Sometimes there may be something that's a little bit simpler for you to just say, okay, I'm going to view this differently. Sometimes it's a little bit simpler to look at situations, but then you have more difficult situations where it may be a little bit harder to have that mindset shift, to have that mental block pushed away. And give yourself grace. If you are reading this book, if you are reading any other book, if you are doing anything and you're trying to change the course of your life, I want you to give yourself grace. That is the most important thing. Because if you don't, you're going to be back on the old path. You're going to be back on the worn, beaten path, and you're not going to be on the one that God has for you that is full of glory, the golden road, all of the beauty, okay? So give yourself grace, because it is not an overnight fix, you guys. We are trained from an early age how to think, and you guys, it doesn't mean that your parents did wrong. It doesn't mean that you did wrong. It doesn't mean that your parents raised you wrong. It doesn't mean that your boyfriend from high school did you wrong. I mean, yes, some things could have happened wrong that other people did to us, but we're all human. We are all sinners. We are all fallen. Okay. And so, but we have the power to choose how we look at every circumstance that is placed in front of us. We can let it drain us, or we can let it energize us. We can let it teach us, or we can let it hurt us. Okay. And when I say that, when I say you can let it teach you instead of letting it hurt you, I'm not saying that you're not going to be hurt in life, because you guys, we feel pain. We get hurt by people. Okay. But it means I'm not going to hold on to that pain and carry it with me through life. It means I'm going to work through it. I'm going to figure out what it means for my life today, and then we're going to move forward in spite of the pain. Okay? So I hope that is for someone today. For you, the hardest thing to do, but you're working on it. It is hard, Nicole. It is so hard. And that's why one of the biggest things, I wrote a chapter on friends and the type of friends that we have, and I think it's 7 types of friends that we have, and what each of them brings to your life, what you gain from them, what you learn from them. And so that is super important. Surrounding yourself with a community that is pushing you and lifting you to be better and to grow into the person that God has made you to be, okay? So that is first and foremost, because if you're doing it alone, I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's just harder. The path is longer, the path is more windy. You're gonna trip a little bit more, because when we trip and we fall and we skin our knee, we're gonna sit there and sulk for a minute. But if you have a friend beside you, just like when your child falls, when your little kid falls and he skins his knee, she skins his knee or whatever, and they're there crying, yes, seasons, when they're there crying, you as a parent are like, come on, it's okay. You're going to make sure that they're okay. Make sure they don't have any broken bones. You're going to make sure that they don't need to be doctored. And they may, maybe they need to be wiped up and the blood cleaned off of them a little bit, but they are able to get up and go forward. And we need those people beside us to be able to do that for us. Because when we fall and we feel pain, pain is heavy. And it makes us stay for a little bit longer than we probably need to stay. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean, again, that you're going to be free from that pain. After that walk is over, you may need to go bandage that up. You may need to go get some stitches. You may need to go treat that wound a little bit more because it went a little deeper than what you thought. But you had a friend picking you up and pushing you, and you didn't live there. Okay, so I hope that's for someone today. That is what this reminded me of. And you guys, let me just go back and say this again. When I do these, I have always just opened the book and said live and said, okay, this is what we're going to read. And before we got on live, I was flipping through it, trying to find something that spoke to me today, and I wasn't feeling anything. And typically, when I read it, I put an X up here. So I'm going to do that on the one that I just read. There it is. I thought I lost my page. And so I put it down. I was like, okay, nothing is speaking to me today. I'm not going to read from the Little Book of Sunshine, but something was telling me I needed to. Something was telling me I needed to read from this book. And so I shut it, I pushed the live button, and then I just picked it up and opened it. And it came to a page that didn't have any X's. I just put this X. It came to the page that didn't have any X's. And typically when I'm live and I am getting ready to share this with you, I don't read through the whole thing and trying to decide. I read like this top part and say, okay, which one is speaking to me right this minute? And so I know that this was for someone today, and I'm going to read it one more time, and then we're going to craft the last quilt block, which I'm hoping it turns out really good because I have a scrapbook paper that I've been wanting to use forever, but we're going to have to be very intricate and very detailed today in making this come together. So in every experience, we can choose to look for the sunshine or to see only the clouds. We might not be able to choose all of the events in our life, but we can choose how we experience them. In every moment, we can choose whether to focus our attention on the stuff that upsets us, the drama, the worry, and the things that are going wrong. Or we can give more of our thought time to what is okay and what might go well. We're not denying the bad bits. We're simply choosing what to spend our time focusing on. Changing the way we see things makes the things we see change. Shifting the balance of what you're focusing on is one of the fastest ways to change your life. And all you need to do is practice one thought at a time. If you forget, that's fine. Just pick it up again when you remember. Is there something in your life today where looking at it differently could change things? Answer that question in the comments while I share. Is there something in your life right now that could change just by you looking at it differently? Just by you looking at it differently. And I guarantee you that almost everyone in here would be able to say, yes, there is something in my life for that. All right. Yesterday, so I don't have the Americana quilt down here. Yesterday we did this one. This one was so much fun. It's actually so much brighter than what it is on the camera. I don't know why it's being... Yesterday we did this one. This was the swoon. I loved the stitching that we put on it that made it look like it was a real quilt and stitched together. The day before that we did the crystal star, which was this one. We used scrapbook paper. This looks like a quilt my mom, my grandma, a great grandma, somebody would have made with actual fabric. That's what this one looks like. The day before that, we did our, let me get my fingers right, the sunflower quilt right there. That's all scrapbook paper. And then the first day we did the Americana quilt. I don't have it down here. It is upstairs in my Americana decor. And it's the flag. And so that one was super fun. Someone asked, do these come with hangers? They do not, because I know you want, some of you may want to hang them. Some of you may want to put them on a table. And so we do have door hanger attachments in our shop, which will work perfectly on the back of these. And we also have easels in the shop, which like you just attach it to the back and it will kind of sit like on a table. So that's what we have. Let me put these right here. Oh, I was going to show you one more thing. You guys, I made a frame. Did anybody see me share this yesterday? Did anybody see me share this yesterday? Hey, Tammy. Hey, Marilyn. How are you? It's so good to see you guys. Marilyn, I'm praying for you. I don't remember if it was yesterday or today that it was your first husband's birthday. Was it your birthday or was it anniversary? So I created a frame for you guys to put these in. And Melissa saw it. I painted the frame. And I'm going to show you how it looks. Okay. This is the frame. You're probably like, why is this here? And it probably doesn't need to be that big, but some of these quilts can probably fit tightly if you are not butting them up. I don't know if I can try to get, okay. You see there? Like this isn't, these are cut to where they are very flush on the side. It is so hard, even for me, to get them exact, okay? So there's a little bitty lip right here, okay? So I've created this frame, so it's gonna kind of give some leeway for that. Otherwise, it's gonna be really, really tight to put in. So this is this, but you actually slide them in on the side, okay? Because you're gonna put your hanger here, okay? I'm gonna hang mine up with Velcro command hooks. That's how I hang everything, pretty much everything. And so, but if you wanna put a hanger in here, you can put a hanger in here. It's totally fine. And then you have 2 spacers. So it's gonna come with 2 spacers. This is not in the shop yet, okay? Maureen is enjoying the quilt blocks. Today is the day. Okay, today is the day he passed. I am thinking about you, my friend. Ooh, almost knocked my coffee over. So let me just show you. Let me just finish putting it together because I painted this last night. You guys look, I did a wood look on the frame. Do you see that? And then I painted mine white. You could paint yours. Hello, how are you today. We should make some of these for some photo props. That would be fun. You can paint yours any color. I've thought about staining mine like a gray, like a barnwood gray. And my husband's like, no, do white. And I was like, okay, I'll do white. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on because I got it painted and I just didn't glue it on last night because it was wet. And then I came inside. So let me go ahead and glue this on and it will fit absolutely perfectly. Let's figure out, I want it that way. Alrighty. You like how I made it look wood? I was doing that and I was like, I need some more character to the frame. I need some more design to the frame. So yeah, totally, yeah, we needed some design on the frame. So we did the wood look. All right, we're gonna let it sit just for a minute. Here you go. This is how it would hang, okay? Because you have this slot here to where you can slide. Look, I need to hold it a little bit more. Hold on. Let me hold it a little bit more. Let me get it. Oh, I think I got it on a little bit crooked. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's just mine. What did you use for making the wood grain? So Dixie, it is going to be, if you get the frame, it's etched on. Yeah. And when I use spray paint, it stays out of the wood grain. And so it's etched on. If you don't like the wood look, just turn the frame over. So just turn that piece over and the back will be bare if you want to do something different. Okay. All right. Check this out. These slide perfectly. Oh my goodness. Is that not the coolest thing ever? Is that not the coolest thing ever? See? And then they will slide right back out. So let's put this one in and see what it looks like. Oh. I'm gonna slide this one in. Some of them may be pretty tight. Like I said, look at that. So cool. This one needs to scoot it in a little bit more. How cool is that? How cool is that? All right, let's scooch it out a little bit more. Oh, my frame isn't even together all the way. Look. My frame isn't together all the way. Let's go ahead and get my frame fixed all the way first. How is it not glued there? There's glue there. Let's go ahead and glue this down a little bit more. So these are going to be a tight fit, you guys. You don't want it moving around in there. I mean, not that you're going to be taking it on an adventure on a road trip, but do you like it, Marina? Thank you, Mary. Hello, my friend from Denmark. I would love to know how to pronounce your name. I would love to know how to pronounce your name. All right, we're going to let this sit while it, let me set it down real quick while it dries a little bit. Okay, so we're going to have a chore with this one. This one is going to be a chore. If you want this one, I did put in the comments, you can put sold space 647. Okay, this is the tulip. I'm going to go ahead and put on my double screen real quick. This one is the tulip. So you can see that it looks like it has tulips on each edge. We're going to do, see, it kind of looks like a tulip there and a tulip there. We're going to do something a little bit different. Okay. We're not going to use paint and we're not going to do each of these pieces individually. I have this that I've been wanting to use forever. I saw this and I got this from Hobby Lobby forever ago and I want to use it. So this is 12 by 12 paper. These are just under 12 by 12. If you can see, let me place it here. Okay. So you can see we have a little bit of leeway. Okay. We have a little bit of leeway. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna find the inside of our frame, the center of our frame, and we're gonna work out, okay? And we're gonna glue all these on here. And then this is going to be the finished piece that's on top of it. They're just gonna be little pieces, little individual pieces, okay? So we're gonna see if we get this to work. I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but let's find the center of our piece first. So here is 6 inches. And here is 6 inches. So this right here is the center. All right, that's the center. I can definitely understand that, Marilyn. Those special days are tough. Oh, Betty. Okay, so let's also mark up a little bit here. Let's mark a little bit here. I want to be able to see. And then let's do here. And then we're going to use a ruler. And let's just go ahead and write on the back of this. Do I have a ruler? Do I have a ruler? I have a ruler somewhere. I don't know where my ruler is. Let's use our parchment paper. Let's go ahead and draw these lines. That way we kind of know where the center is. Ooh, that's a little bit off, but that's okay. It's going to be like a puzzle. Yes. Okay. So this is the first one. We're going to start in the middle. And the reason I did these and these is because this is going to be on the, I want it to line up exactly on those lines. So I know. So this one I know is going to be there. Now we're going to glue all these on and we're going to leave a tiny, 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 tiny edge that we can use to get this in. So it doesn't need to be any thicker than that, okay? We gotta have a space to put this in, otherwise it's gonna be really, really difficult to get these cut apart. So, fingers crossed that we make this work right and that we get it straight, because if it's not straight, you're definitely gonna be able to tell. Just because there's a design on the paper, so we definitely need to try to get it straight. All right, let's put some Mod Podge on our paper here. Looks like we got some Mod Podge gunk. All right, I'm gonna turn this to where it's back upright. Need to feel some sunshine and see your positivity and creativity. I love it, Mary. We don't have sunshine right now, but we should have some today. I'm ready for some today. All right, so now we're gonna place this right there. So now I have a point on each line, okay? That's the center. I know that's the center. Now, going out, laying all the rest. Ooh, let me turn my autofocus off. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. It's kind of being funky. I cannot figure out how to get this like to where it's off all the time. Grief is the price of love. Yes, it is. And time. Man, I was telling my son that when his girlfriend broke up with him. I'm like, honey, it's just time. That is the only thing that I can share with you is just time. All right, so our next two pieces, we're going to do these now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these put down. So we're just going to work from the inside out today, okay? And then these are the ones that go here and here. So I don't have my tracing on this paper like I do on here. So that's where this may be a little bit more difficult. And we're just going to have to remember to not butt it up perfect. We got to leave a little bit of space in there. And you guys, I am probably gonna have to wear my glasses for this one. Okay, that's just enough. I think that's perfect. Now, the reason that we can leave a little bit of space is because these quilt blocks are just shy of 12 by 12. And so we're going to have a little bit of leftover that we can use for these spacings, is what I'm saying. I don't know that I'm saying that right, but I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Okay, we're going to put this one here. Okay, right about there. This is definitely going to take a little bit longer. This, if you want to try this, if you have a scrapbook paper that you actually love, you could definitely try, maybe you have an like a flag scrapbook paper that you could do on the flag one. Maybe one that doesn't have quite as many pieces if this looks super challenging to you, or if you feel like it would be too challenging for you. Use one of the quilt blocks that has a little bit less what am I saying? Less pieces. Now, this may not turn out perfect, but I feel like nobody's going to be looking at it that close. Okay, so you see these lines that I drew? You see how I'm making sure? That's how we make sure that we're staying square, okay? That's how we make sure we're staying square. You can do lots more lines if you want. Like if you want more lines, if you want more pattern to follow, you can definitely do that. But I think just with the two, you're going to be pretty good. Okay. This might be difficult to cut too, because we're not going to have any straight corners to get through. So we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, so far it's looking pretty good. That's close right there. Oops, that's too far. So far it's looking pretty good. This is going to get through. It's pretty tight in some of these, but I think we can get it. And then we shouldn't have a lot to sand off. We shouldn't have a lot to sand off at all. Let's do these edges. Let's get these on here. These are bigger. And we can get these out of the way. That one's pretty close, but yeah, see this one butts right up to the edge once we get our, yeah. So you don't have a ton of wiggle room when you use a 12 by 12 paper, but you have some. And so you can achieve this, hopefully. Let's see if I actually can achieve it before I say, go grab paper and do it. Let's make sure we can actually do it. Okay. Cut it from the outside in after you get it glued. That's probably a good idea. That's probably what we'll do. Yeah. Ooh, there's a big paint glob. A glue booger. Okay. I think the fellas left. I think they went, oops, I think they went to go get Parker's allergy shots. All right, you're going to see the top of my head for just a second. I hope I have enough. Yeah, I do. What's everybody doing this weekend? So I am going to do a drawing later today, just so you guys know. For anybody that has ordered any of these quilt blocks, you're going to get entered into a drawing for a free signed book from me. And so I will share that a little bit later today. I'll put everybody in a drawing and share who won. So if you want to get in the drawing and you haven't gotten any quilt blocks, grab one. So I'll take from everybody that has ordered a quilt block this week and put you into the drawing. Now, if you join the subscription box and bought a quilt block, you're going to get some double entries. So remember, today is the last day for this month to join our subscription box, and we're doing the barn with interchangeable quilts. So if you love the quilts, this is definitely the time. Ooh, this one has lots of gunkies in it. I feel like these big bottles of Mod Podge get paint or paint boogers in them a lot. All right, there we go. You're going to your grand and your great granddaughter's recital tonight. Oh, I love that. I was in recitals. I loved it. Are you going to put iron on it to smooth it out? I definitely can. Oh no, Dixie, you're having the flu. Lee from the Turquoise Valentine has been sick. I wonder if she's had the same thing. Catching up at home and visiting your mom. I love it. I love, love, love the recitals times. All right, so these are going to go here. Now we need to make sure that these all fit okay, and I think we're going to be pretty darn good here. Yep. This isn't going to be hard at all, actually, you guys. I think it's just going to be a little bit of just time. And you just want to make sure that if you're doing this, you kind of get all your spacing as pretty close to the same as you can. I know it's probably kind of hard, but so we are going to lose some of the map due to the edges that we cut out and sand off, but I still think it's going to be pretty darn close and it'll be good. I thought this was the really, really perfect scrapbook paper to do it. Getting your stuff together to go to South Carolina Tuesday to see my daughter and granddaughters. How fun. How long are you going to be there? How fun. Yeah, this is fitting perfectly on this 12 by 12 paper, you guys. So all of these quilt blocks are sized the exact same. So you shouldn't have any issues with using a 12 by 12 paper. All right, can you guys see that? Right there. See how I have a little bit of lip on each side? You're going for a week. That's so awesome, Maureen. What are you using for a sealer for the ones you're covering in paper? I haven't sealed mine yet, but I would use a Mod Podge. Yeah. All right, let's do these. Don't have that one. Yeah, I would use Mod Podge. Just a really light coat. You don't need a ton. And honestly, I don't even know that I'm going to seal the ones with paper. I don't know. I mean, you can. They're not going to be in the weather at all. So, and it probably would make it last longer. And it's probably going to make the scrapbook paper adhere a little bit more. So, but yeah, I would just use Mod Podge. I need my coffee warmer down here. My coffee's cold now. Whoops, whoops, whoops. It's in my office upstairs. My mom got it for me. I think it was for my birthday. And I love that thing. It keeps my coffee warm all the time. As I just spill it out of my mouth everywhere. This one goes this way. I cannot wait to see how this one turns out. I'm super excited. I have been waiting and waiting for the perfect project. I've probably had this scrapbook paper for a couple years. I have had it for a couple years, and I just haven't found the perfect thing to do it with. And I was standing in the shower this morning, and I don't ever, you guys, this is just kind of how I roll. Someone's like, well, what are you going to do this weekend on whatever? If I was doing a craft event or whatever. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It would probably help with age discoloration as well. I do agree with that, Maureen. I never know what I'm doing until like right before. I don't know, I just get inspired, I guess, late in the game. So I didn't know how I was going to put this together. I didn't know whether I wanted to do paint. I didn't know whether I wanted to do scrapbook paper. And then I was standing in the shower this morning. I was like, oh, ooh, I have the perfect scrapbook paper, but you wouldn't have to cut, or you wouldn't have to like figure out design. You know, yesterday we kind of had a little bit of a challenge. I don't want to say a challenge, but it took a little bit more time to try to get our colors the way we wanted them. So doing this, you avoid that. You avoid having to decide colors and where those colors go. And we're going to see how it looks. It was just waiting for this project for sure. It's actually not taken as long as I thought to glue these on. However, we still have to cut them and sand them. So we still have a little bit to do, but there shouldn't be a lot of sanding though, because, well, this is thick scrapbook paper, but we don't have a ton of excess on the edges here because we're putting them so close together. So they have a spray Mod Podge sealer. You could try that as well. I've never tried it, but you could definitely try that. I just don't know. I know that you can seal stuff with Mod Podge. And I don't know if like my spray Rust-Oleum that I use on everything, I just wouldn't want the paper to bubble. Now, I don't think it would, because you're not going to soak it. And this paper is thick. If it was thinner paper, it might a little bit, but this paper is pretty thick. All right, let's do these now. See, here's the design. See how it's etched on there? They are all etched on there like that. So out of all of the pieces, which ones have you guys liked the most? Or can you not decide? Because I think they're all so, you know, when you see them in the shop, you're like, oh, that's cute. But then there's not a completed picture, which I'm going to speak on that as well. And then you see it come together and you're like, oh my goodness, now that is adorable. That is amazing. So last night I spent a ton of time. I sat on the couch. The boys were playing video games. Yes, Brian, Big B's a video gamer as well. They were playing video games. And I sat last night and added a bunch of pictures to the website of projects that are the completed picture. So when you go to buy that kit, you have an idea of what it looks like painted. Okay, my version of what it looks like painted. You can paint yours completely different. There are still a ton that I don't have. I don't know where. I've got to look on my computer for the pictures. And there's still a ton that I've just not completed. So there are pictures on the website now of completed pieces with the product listing. And that one's going to be awfully close there. And it is the first picture you see. Okay. And so all the descriptions now say DIY kit. That way, if you're scrolling and you see a completed piece, you know you're not getting that completed piece that says DIY kit. Okay, Melissa says she's used spray Rust-Oleum on wood and paper, and it's always worked great for me. I didn't like the look of Mod Podge on top of the tape paper. Melissa, I would have to agree with that. I would say that's probably my opinion. So that's what I'm going to do. Can't choose a favorite. You're giving your quilt blocks as a birthday present. Sherry, did you see the frame? You're going to have to grab a frame once I get them listed in the shop. Whoo, this one's awfully close to this edge down here. I put this a little bit further than what I wanted to, but that's okay. Again, if nobody's going to be looking that close at it. I hope not anyway. All right. Are you giving all your quilt blocks to one person for a birthday present? Or I don't know how many you got. Did you get more than one, Sherry? All right. Let's start cutting from, look, this is what it's going to look like. So cool. Why does it look dirty? I wonder if my thing is dirty. Let me just do this real quick. Let me wipe my table off real quick. It might be a little bit dirty, but. All right. Make sure that it's pretty clean. I probably should have done that first, but oh well. All right, let's dry it up and then we'll start cutting it apart. You want the frame? You're gonna love the frame. I have to make sure they all fit in them. But yeah, I will get that listed. It'll probably be about a week though. I guess I have some. Here, I have a napkin. I'll just dry it. I probably don't need this napkin anymore, so. There we go. You got more than one and you're giving them to different people. I love it. All right. We're going to do our best at cutting these apart. This might be the most difficult part. I would bet anyway. Okay. This is why you need that little bit of spacing. Oops. I had it upside down. This is why you need that little bit of spacing so that you can get your, and you're going to have to make sure your knife is super sharp. So it's kind of hard to get in the corners, but we're going to sand those down so they should be good. All right, let's do this right here. We should probably, I'm going to put these on here just so, because we have to make sure that we put all these in the right spot, don't we? And then we'll have to go sand them. Can you use a napkin on the quilt blocks? Yes. I was thinking that that would be a really fun thing to do. Okay, so this is here. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, I was like, a napkin would be really, really fun. There. Does that go there? Yes. Where did this go? Oh, in the middle there. And then these are probably all edges. Okay, there's a little bit, that one goes there. Hold on, I can put this to where you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let me move my Mod Podge. We don't need my Mod Podge anymore. Let's go ahead and put this here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And so this one went there, this one goes there, this one goes there. And we're going to sand all these edges off. I don't want to try to figure out where these go though, so we're just going to lay them on here for now. Yeah, there's something on there. It's okay. All right, those go there. All right, now we'll do this edge. Napkin, fabric, paper. You could even combine the mediums on one block. Yeah, that would be really cool. Has your mom seen the quilt blocks finished? She's seen them, just not in person. She has seen them online with you. Like, she's been here crafting with us, but not in person. No, she probably will today because we're actually going to go fishing with her. Okay, this looks like Texas, so it's going to go down here. And then that goes there. Oops, wrong side. I always pick up the wrong side. That goes there, probably. That goes there. That looks like Hawaii. And then these go here. It's definitely not fitting on my block, my board, but it's because we have the excess hanging over right now, but we'll get all that off. Okay, now let's do this one. Oh, that's an awfully tight fit there on that one. I bet you guys have some scrapbook paper that you would look really good with this. If you guys are like me and you like, oh, it's awfully tight right there. Hold on. I don't want to cut my finger, but ooh, it might have torn just a little bit there, but it's in the white. You probably aren't going to see it. It tore just a little bit right there. It's going to be on the edge though, so I think it'll be okay. Does that go there? Yeah, I think that goes there. Anyway, if you guys are anything like me and you like have scrapbook paper that you buy, it's kind of like fabric. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I have to use this somewhere. I just don't know where. That was this. All right, this one is definitely super close. Let's try and cut it like this. There we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Let me cut that little piece off that tore though. Yeah, it's kind of like fabric, scrapbook paper, all of it is like, when I find one that I like, I'm like, I have to buy this now. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I have to buy this right now. That was this one. All right, it's going to look like a mess right now, but I promise you it's going to turn out very, very cool. Got all my edges good? I think so. All right, now for the last part, and then we will start sanding them down and putting them on. Let's see. I have it upside down right now. Hold on. Okay, this goes probably like that. And that goes right there. This one goes there. And that goes there. And that goes there. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think this is going to look so cool. All right. Let's scooch all these out since we know where they're going. And then we can start gluing them down after we sand them. So we're going to start with these first. Let's go ahead and put some new sandpaper on. And this sandpaper is thicker, just like it was a couple days ago. So we're going to use the 80. I don't have a lot of overhang though, so that's good. That's because we placed them really, really close together when we were gluing them down. Should we go ahead and glue? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and glue. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on. You're going to see the top of my head for a second. Okay, that one goes there. And this is the next one. Hey, Debbie, you can definitely go back from the beginning and watch the replay. That's one thing I love about being able to watch the replays. Because, man, life is busy. We can't always be here. I know life is busy for me. I know sometimes I've told you guys before, oh, I'm going to be live at this time, and then it doesn't happen because life. That's on the bottom this way. That one is this way. Debbie, we made a frame. So the frame will be in the shop soon. I'll try to get it listed this week. And then if any, we are getting your orders out pretty fast. Reagan is a rock star. I've had to train her on a couple things. She's a rock star at getting your guys' stuff out though. So, okay, this one goes there. Sold 632 is the swoon. This one is sold 647. Sold space 647 if you guys like this one. Hey, Winona. You're watching while you work. You're loving this one? I hope it turns out really cute. I think it's going to. I think it's going to turn out really cute. So then we're going to butt these up to the edges here. And just make sure you're following your pattern. And this one goes here. Oh my goodness, this is going to look so cool. See, I told you, I knew I would find. Oh, we didn't. I was like, wait a minute, we're missing the middle there. Hold on. I knew I would find the perfect project for this scrapbook paper 2 years later. Like SpongeBob, 2 years later. And if you guys want to do this, they do still sell this paper at Hobby Lobby because I've seen it there. I think it's one that is there pretty much all the time. So if you really like the way this turns out, you could definitely go grab this exact scrapbook paper. And I bought it individually. It didn't come in a pack. Amy said, Reagan is definitely a rock star. My order is already on its way, and I just placed the order on Thursday. So excited to get your blocks and start on them. I love that. Yes, she is a rock star. She's here 4 days a week for 5 hours a day, and has definitely been able to help me. Oh no, did that tear? No. Serve you guys better. you know, it's one of those things that I'm like, oh, do I want someone else doing this? But I think it's made me serve you guys. It's helped me serve you guys better because I can actually show up online for you guys a little bit more. And I just, yeah, it's one of those things I had to get out of my mental head though to do it, right? Aren't a lot of things are like that. All right, let's get these placed right there. Actually, I should have probably placed this one first. That way I make sure it's... Make sure there's room for it in there anyway. Sorry. Yay, Debbie! You're gonna love them. You are going to love them. Ooh, I think I'm gonna love how this looks, you guys. All right, let's do this side. Actually, let's do this side now. So we'll just work around here. I'm getting all my dust on here. Just ordered Thursday and it's on its way. That makes me happy. Look, there's a little piece of something on the white paper there, but that's okay. She is a really good kid. Yes, yes, I'm definitely blessed by her. So I know her. She worked with me when she was in high school a couple years ago and then left to go to school, but she's back and doing online schooling. And so I'm so glad that she decided to come back. Yeah, there's something on this, but that's okay. We'll spray it so that it doesn't get anything else on it. I mean, I've had this paper for 2 years. I'm sure it was going to get a little bit dirty. Waiting for me to figure out what I was going to use it for. So very cool. I think I'm going to love the way this turns out. Who wants to do this exact scrap of paper? Or do you have an idea for something else? Tell me the ideas that are floating through your head right now. What do you think? I'll do that one there. Let's go ahead and do the square here. The one paper pack from Pop Shelf, the small one, yes. So the paper pack that I used on that was from Hobby Lobby. This one is from Pop Shelf. Yes. Yep, that one's from Pop Shelf. All right, let's make sure. Okay, that's not how it goes. That's how it goes. So I had to make sure my dots were spaced the same. All right. Oh, we have these two. I love that quilt that we used, the Pop Shelf paper. You guys, I like every one. I'm not really sure which one is my favorite. I'm not really sure. I have a hard time saying which is my favorite. I like each one for just its uniqueness of how each one is. And I don't think, like, these would be, you could do, I bet if you had a really pretty poinsettia scrapbook paper, that would look good on this one. There are so many ways that you could bring them to life just for the different holidays. It must go like that. you have some different material and just different colors, but some floral patterns. You're going to try that one. Oh, I cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. I think two of your favorites is the quilt one from the pop shelf and the painted one you did yesterday. The one I did yesterday, I really liked the way we did the stitching and how it kind of just made it come to life and look like a barn quilt, or yeah, look like an actual quilt that was stitched. I really liked that addition of the stitching we put on. We already did that side. Do this side. Let's get some of this mess out of my way right now, though. Are you going to be adding more blocks? Yes. Yes, Dixie. I think I have 12 more designs I want to add. And they'll obviously be in the shop all the time. But yeah, I think I have 12 more I want to add. It's a lot. I just am kind of obsessed with them. I never ever thought I would like these quilt blocks as much as I did. Like I said, it was kind of my mom's suggestion, but I think I'm loving them. Let's see, that one doesn't want to go that way a little bit. I probably got that a little bit off-centered, but I think it's going to be okay. All right, let's go ahead and turn our piece and continue working this way. All right, let's do these now. You want to do one for Christmas? I think that's a great idea. So all of these, even though they're not Christmas designs, like I'll probably have some Christmas designs, maybe a tree quilt or whatever, but you can do all these in Christmas. Just use Christmas colors. Christmas scrapbook paper. I mean, you can do all of these in, that doesn't go that way because we have the little thing here. So it goes like this. Yeah, you could definitely do these Christmas themed, no matter the design that's on them. You ordered the other 4 yesterday and bought some scrap paper booklets. Excited to get started. You'll have them next week, Winona. You will have them next week. These are great, you guys, just to do for Christmas. These would be great Christmas gifts. I know I've said that before, but go. I think this is going to look so cute. It may be a cloudier day here today. It says partly sunny, so that means more clouds than sun, right? Is that what that means? Partly sunny? Partly cloudy would probably mean more sun than clouds. I don't know. Who knows? There we go. I don't think the weathermen are right half the time anyway. You have some 18-inch door hanger blanks with etching. These are different because of the separate pieces. You like them? Yes. So originally I thought about doing these to where you color in all of the pieces. You paint all the pieces. Like like on this board, but I like this better, so you can get you just paint each piece individually. It's a perfect day to craft. I love it. Rain always makes it a perfect day to craft, for sure. We'll be heading through Illinois here in about a week and a half, Debbie. So remember, anybody that has ordered any of the quilt blocks, we're going to do a drawing later today, and I'm going to be giving away one signed book of mine. So anybody that has ordered a quilt block or does today before the giveaway, you'll get entered into the drawing for a signed book from me. And if you've joined the subscription box, because today's the last day to get it on that for this month, you'll get some extra entries into the giveaway. So I'll hop on later today, it'll be this evening, and do a live sharing who's gonna win the signed book for me. So that's super fun. I know many of you guys have asked about a signed book from me, and so trying to figure out how to do that. I've had a couple of you send your books to me to sign. Let's see, we want this that way. And I thought it would just be fun to do some giveaways too. Go ahead and put these in here, and then we'll scooch them close together. There we go. You can't even tell this one was torn. Oh man, I love the way this is turning out. Okay, we only got 2 more edges to do. Look how it's turning out. Isn't that cool? So you can see the quilt. We don't need this anymore. Let's go ahead and put this up. Okay, let's do one more edge actually. You was going to order blocks, but now I'm going to wait until you get the frame loaded so you can get them all together. Yes, you can do that, Dixie. I should have it loaded within the week. Your modern day Jessica Fletcher from Hallmark Channel. She signed her books for people. She's a mystery writer. Ooh, I don't know who that is. I'll have to look and see who that is. Is this a new one? Are you talking about this quilt? No, this one is the tulip pattern. They just look so different. Like, you're gonna probably see pictures. So Winona, say you do one that is the swoon pattern, and you share a picture, okay? And then say Debbie does a swoon pattern and shares a picture. You're gonna probably look at someone else's and say, oh my gosh, what pattern is that? It's the same pattern. They just look so completely different based on how you bring them to life. So they can look a little tricky in that aspect. You're like, oh wait, I don't have that one. Yeah, we do. It's just kind of how they look so different based on how you bring them to life. This is in the shop though. I loaded 5 of them this week, and I won't load anymore for a couple weeks, a few weeks. We have Christmas in July that we're going to be doing soon. Oh, that goes that way. Yeah, Christmas in July is going to be starting soon. Well, in July. We have a month. So I'm working on those projects right now, designing them, sample cutting them, all of that stuff right now. Last year you guys loved Christmas in July. I love Christmas in July, so I'm super excited. We should be home from Ohio on the mend with Parker, but still definitely needing to nurture him a little bit more. Oh, this one's right here. Yes, your own technique, yes. I think the thing I'm excited most about these quilt blocks is seeing you guys and how you are bringing them together. I'll have to put them all together in a collage of, you know, like all the Americanas together, all of the sunflower blocks together, and kind of like in a little, I don't know, like a little video montage thing, so you guys can see how they look. Okay, I think that goes like that. Yes, it does. Okay, let's glue this one first. Let's glue these two, and then we'll butt this up right next to it. There we go. Oops, don't move on me. There we go. Is that right? Yes. I know, isn't it awesome the way it looks like the USA? I love this paper. Like I said, I found this paper 2 years ago. It was probably 2 years ago. And I knew I wanted to use it. I just didn't know, I hadn't found the project to use it with yet. So we hadn't done anything. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take those off and work on this last piece. And I think this is the perfect piece for this. You know what would have been fun is to use this on the USA pattern, the Americana pattern. That would have been neat. With the star, that would have been really cool to use this paper on that one. It is sticking better today. I think it's the weather. I really do. You know how humidity changes stuff? I think it's the weather. Whether it's more humid today or what, I don't know, but I think it is the weather. Oh, let's do this one first. It is still my favorite glue, even when it wants to be finicky sometimes. It's still my favorite. Yeah, I will, yes, post the pattern name with a pic. That's going to help a lot of people. I agree. And maybe I'll create a blog post with them and a link to them. That's what we'll do. So I'll create, yeah, I think that's a great idea. And have an album that you guys can load them all in. I don't know what's on this paper. I think it might be Mod Podge. It's coming off though, as long as I don't scrape it too hard. Y'all, this is gonna look cute. Look at that. See, you can see the patterns. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. if you're going to use scrapbook paper on any of these, you guys definitely need one of these. Because I could not imagine doing this with just regular scrapbook paper. Number one, it's going to tear and your hands are going to hurt. This is definitely a lifesaver. This one goes here. Brenda, it is this. I do have it in my shop. Do you know if you can use stick fast on a foam board, the kind with the paper covering? I bet you could. Yes, you can use stick fast on so much stuff. I would say I'm 99.99% sure you could. Does it say for use on a wide variety of surfaces? It doesn't really say, but it'll glue a lot of stuff together for sure. It is a little bit expensive, but like I said, it is totally worth it. I know everybody that's ever gotten it has really liked it. Better than like super glue. Okay, let's see those. See how these don't line up? So when you're doing that, just make sure so these dots line up a little bit better. Ooh, Debbie, what a great idea. Debbie said if you didn't line these up and you did like a puzzle for the grandkids, that's a great idea. Especially for things like that, you're gonna really be able to see. Now see, this line right here doesn't have dots here because they got sanded off. That's a really great idea. That would be some, no wonder. I was like, why is this side of my fingernail thin? And it's because I keep hitting it with this. I've used sandpaper all week and I keep hitting this finger. That's funny. Now I know why. I was like, let's put some clear nail polish over that because I'm not sure why that's thin there. Now I know why it's thin. You are so welcome, Brenda. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Debbie. These would be really fun for, you know what would be fun? Maybe we should do some kids quilt blocks and you could do smaller versions, like maybe a 6x6, and they could have fun putting it together. And then yeah, it would be a puzzle. That would be fun. All right, we're gonna see what this one looks like in the frame as soon as we're done. My frame is probably dry. Yeah, there's more. All right, let's glue all these down now. Now that we know they fit. Let's do this one, and this one. We'll kind of do all those at the same time so we know they fit. There we go. Yeah, I think that would be fun. How fun would those be for gifts? What paper this is? So I got it from Hobby Lobby like 2 years ago. This one is your new favorite now, Sherry? I'm gonna show it to you bigger here in just a second. I got it from Hobby Lobby like 2 years ago. I do know that they still sell it because I see it there all the time. And so, oh my goodness, I'm a mess now. Oh, all right, I got little papers all over me now. It's okay. I do know they sell it there still because I see it all the time. A little dirty spot there. There we go. I think my Mod Podge got on the top of it a little bit, but I think it's okay. I don't even think you guys can tell. There you go. It's all glued down. Now, do you see how if you had a solid, like if all of our paper was this color, you can see the designs. So think about if you had paper that was all polka dot that looked just like this, but you did the cream color here, and then you did the same polka dot on here in like the pink, so you could make it all polka dots. And what am I going to do about the missing dots? I'm not. I mean, if I tried to like put them in with a paint pen, I would mess it up. So, is it a book? No, I bought this individually. This was $1.99. That's what it said on the back of it, though. I don't remember. I probably paid for it. I probably got it when it was on 50% off, but I really like this. So cute. And then we can put it in here. Remember, guys, it is a tight fit. See how it's just sliding down in there? Ta-da! Oops. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, I love this. How cute is that? That is so cute, you guys. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So then you can just slide it out. It is a little bit tight, like I said, but we can slide it out. So we're going to get it to where it's here, and then we can slide. It is tight, just so you guys know. It is a tight fit. Ta-da! Interchangeable frame. Oh my goodness, I loved it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. So remember, if you want this one, it is sold 647. Sold space 647. They're all in the shop. This was the last one. We have 5 of them. If you have ordered a quilt block, or you are going to today, you're going to be put into a drawing for a free signed book from me. We will do that drawing tonight. And if you join the subscription box as well, you will get some extra entries into the drawing as well. So hop over, grab your quilt blocks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I had so much fun. We're going to have more fun next week with some new things. And so Debbie says it's a good week, and everyone. Mary says amazing. Debbie says it's perfect. Brenda says she loves this. Thank you guys so much. I had so much fun with you guys today. So have an amazing Saturday. Have an amazing weekend. Hop back on and join me tonight. I will make a post about what time that's going to be. I'm not quite sure yet. But come back for the giveaway. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.